I say the words Mercedes-Benz E-Class, what comes to mind? Well, you wouldn't be wrong if you thought about a conservative consumer, perhaps somebody who's middle-aged, somebody who thinks everything through. They want a practical car, but they also want luxury. But if I say Mercedes-AMG E-63S, everything changes. Automatically, you think of a more daring consumer, someone who is wild at heart, somebody who wants a lot of excitement in their life. Well, today we are speaking to exactly that person because we have got the new Mercedes-AMG E-63S. And this car is meant to be a family car and a supercar. Does that make it a family supercar? Well, let's find out.
Everybody, come on, get in the groove. Get your back up off the wall. Show the DJ that you get me, get your party on.
So let's talk about the important things in this car. It is a facelift, so Mercedes-Benz has of course changed a few design elements. In the case of this E63S, a lot has changed, especially up front. There is a whole entire new grille, the panamericana grille, which Mercedes calls it, and that is a signature design element in these cars, and it makes the car look much more aggressive. As you can see, the headlights have also changed, and you've got 3 air intakes, with the middle one being made slightly bigger. And last but not least, we of course have got this large 3-pointed star badge, and that of course reminds you that there's a Mercedes-Benz behind you.
Just stop. Get into it, shake that thing like you don't care.
Now for the part of the car that many people will see a lot of, which is the rear of the E63S. They've completely redesigned the back of this car, namely the taillights, which now extend into the boot lid. We've also got this lovely chrome strip, which makes the car look a bit more statelier. At the bottom, we've got a newly designed diffuser, as well as individual trapezoidal exhausts, which are quite different from the ones that the car replaces.
Damn, baby girl, don't you stop.
The moment you step inside the new E63, you'll be met with a lot of carbon fiber. But one thing that is quite nice about this vehicle is the quality of the dashboard. Mercedes-Benz has covered this dash with Napa leather, and as well, they've added the MBUX system, which in my opinion is much better than the one it replaces. The most notable change though is this, the steering wheel, which of course we know is how you connect with the vehicle. As we can see, we've got a mix of Alcantara and leather, but what is most notable are these 2 switches, which allows you to configure the car whichever way you desire. For instance, you can change exhaust note, you can change damping of the car, and at the same time, you can also change your different drive modes from drive to sport and sport plus and race. So I really like how this cockpit is laid out, but I'm tired of sitting here in silence. I've got a stonking big V8 up front. I want to go for a drive now. If somebody told me right now that I'm driving a vehicle that can do 0 to 100 kilometers in 3.4 seconds, I would say they are absolutely lying. Simply lying. Because right now in comfort mode, this E63S feels like I'm driving just a run-of-the-mill standard Mercedes-Benz. When you're looking at a car like this, which is a family saloon, it's supposed to comfortably be able to fit 5 people in here with ease, take them to school, go to the grocery run, go on holiday, do all the fun stuff that you need to do with your family. That's exactly what this car is meant to do. So, I'm on a quiet road now. I'm going to do a launch control. Let's see what 3.4 seconds feels like. Yesterday! That is quite the experience. Oh my word. So what have I got up front? I am sitting with the 4-liter bi-turbocharged V8 engine. and it produces 450 kilowatts and 850 Newton meters. That is a lot of power. Of course, you need the right systems to make sure that the car can handle all that power. And one of the most important aspects is that gearbox. As you can hear, this car literally in milliseconds goes through gears. Now we all know in the world of gearboxes, you get an automatic, you get a double clutch, and of course you get a manual gearbox. Now the gearbox in this vehicle is not a double clutch. It's actually an automatic. It does not use a torque converter. Instead, it uses a multi-clutch system. Now systems like that are normally used in heavy machinery or in race cars. So this car actually has a race car gearbox, and you can feel it in the way it shifts. It's quick, it's precise, and it doesn't have the jerkiness that you find in a lot of double clutch systems. At the end of the day, a car that can do 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds is a car that could potentially hurt you should you be doing something silly. But this car comes equipped with a ton of safety features. For instance, I've been driving in traffic, and each time somebody brakes right in front of me, the car can already anticipate that somebody is going to be putting me potentially in danger, and it brakes the vehicle for me. Or even if you're driving like an idiot, the car will correct that behavior. But obviously only to a certain point, because you are still the driver. So one thing's for sure, the Mercedes-AMG E-63S is definitely not your grandfather's E-Class. This car is honestly one of the most hardcore super saloons you can get. And now with the introduction of the facelift, it even makes it that much more so better. 2.4 million rand is a tough pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, I guess you get two cars in one.